Goal to find the time to build your business. You got a whole lot going on. You got a lot of stuff, and life happens. And I get it. I get it that there's certain times where it's just hard to do the things that we need to do. You know, they say that building a business is hard. If it was easy, everybody would be millionaires. The actual activities of building the business, the stuff that you have to do, is actually very simple. It's not difficult. You can learn it through YouTube and courses. I have courses where I teach this stuff. The hard part is this stuff. How to find the time to build it. How to prioritize things. How to move stuff around so that you have the time to do it. And most people are not willing to make the time to build their business. This is the number one reason why most people fail at growing their business. They have all these great vision, these great ideas, and then they go out to execute, and a year, 2 years, 3 years down the line passes them by. I experienced this myself. Have you ever experienced this yourself? Where you have a goal in your business, but then it seems like you just can't find the time to build your business. You just can't find the right time to launch it, to put it out there. Or when you go to finish something, you get started and you just can't find the time to finish it. If this is you, let me know. When I talk to people, I got on the phone with 8 people this week, and they all had the same exact issue. They struggled to find the time to stay focused and consistent to build their business. If that's you, listen, I have some good news for you. You're normal. Most people struggle with this. Most people have a hard time finding the time to build their business because they have so much going on in life. Life happens, life comes in, you got kids, you got the family, it's Christmas time, there's a whole lot going on. How do you find the time to build your business? And the answer is, unfortunately, most people are looking for some magic like, ding, for that. There actually is a magic formula for it, but it's not what most people want to hear. The magic formula is prioritizing what's important and having self-control and self-discipline to say no to things, to turn off the distractions, to notice where you have your weaknesses, to find what is distracting you, what is keeping you off track, what you're choosing to do instead of building your business, and then rearranging that stuff in your schedule. And 99% of people are never willing to do that. They're never willing to. They may think they are, but their results speak for themselves. Why is it that most people never earn more than $10,000 a month? Why is it that most business owners fail after the first year and a half? The results speak for themselves because most people, and 99% of the people that watch this video, I mean this nicely, you are never going to succeed in business. Because you don't have the ability to develop the self-control, the self-discipline. You're never going to develop that. Most of the people that follow me on social media, you're never going to develop that unless you choose to experience some pain in your life. Unless you choose to do the hard things. Unless you choose to not please everybody around you. Unless you choose to respect yourself enough to say no to things that are distracting you and to stand up. Yet 99% of the people that engage with me on social media that follow me are never going to do that. And I know that. And there's literally nothing that I can ever say or do to change that about them because it's their choice. I'm not holding a gun to anybody's head. And even that wouldn't work. The secret to finding the time when you struggle to find the time to build your business is self-discipline and self-control. It's a muscle. Like when you work out at a gym, you develop a muscle. You get stronger at it. You get stronger at the ability to say no to the things that are not helping you, the distractions, the stuff that gets into your brain, the overthinking, the over-planning. By the way, those two things some of y'all think are good for you are destroying your ability to build your business. Overthinking and over-planning. What is stopping you from taking the actions? Not planning the actions, doing the actions to build your business. Get real with it. Most people are never willing to get real with it as to why they're not doing what they need to do. Because it hurts too much. It's deep. It goes too deep. And they refuse to be honest with themselves about why they don't have self-discipline and why they're choosing to not build their business over all this other stuff that they have going on. That's the reality. It hurts too much to say no to certain things. Because people get addicted to their cycle. They get addicted to their daily routine. They get addicted to pleasing everybody. They get addicted to making everybody happy and their distractions. Now, there are ways out of this trap. There are ways out of this when you say no to your distractions and developing that muscle, developing that ability to no longer be subject to everything as it comes at you and choose self-discipline and self-control in your life. When you find that you're struggling to find the time to build your business, no matter what is going on, I promise you, it all boils down to self-control, self-discipline. And yet 99% of people will never believe that, never admit it, never go down that road because they're looking for some magic pill, magic strategy to get things done. And they refuse to be honest with themselves about why they are not building their business. That's the truth. The way that you create time, you take time and you make time. You create it out of what you've been given. All of us have been given 24 hours in a day. And you create time out of that. You find pockets of time. You prioritize things. You move stuff around. You find people to help you. You learn to grow in your leadership abilities so that you're not the one doing everything. There's a way out of all of this. Yet far too often, we're so addicted to how we've always done everything that we will never look at what needs to change and never change what we look at. Because it just hurts too much. And that's where most people get stuck. Building a business is hard. The actual activities are easy. The stuff that you have to do every single day. When you go to do it, what distracts you? What gets stuck in your head? What stories are getting stuck in your head? What beliefs about yourself? Are you beating yourself up when you're not doing good enough and now you have this cycle of self-hatred that's going on? My friends, that's a distraction. Self-belief and self-esteem and believing in yourself that you are a great person that can do anything that you set your mind to, that's what it takes to be successful. Yet 99% of people will never believe in themselves. They will never choose to believe in themselves. They will wait until somebody else tells them that they are a good person, that they are great, because they don't believe it themselves. And they will never choose to prioritize, to develop the muscle of self-discipline, to look at what are they doing every day? How can they move stuff around? Never developing the boundaries because it's too painful to say no to their mother-in-law who tells them that they have to show up at a certain time and they don't want to piss off a family member by not doing what other people think that they should do. So they say, I struggle to find time to build my business. Boundaries and self-discipline are what it takes to find the time, to create the time out of thin air when you don't have the time. Nobody who's ever built a successful business had the time to do it. They didn't. Literally. When they got started. And so you're not unique in that. You have to learn how to grow into somebody who develops their self-discipline. There's books that you can do on this. There's ways that you can grow this muscle. Yet 99% of people never will. Because it's too painful. Because it's too hard. Because they would rather make excuses and complain than ever do anything different than what they've ever done their entire life. And that's what happens. That's what happens. That's why a lot of people are not successful in their businesses. That's why a lot of people struggle to reach their goals. That's why a lot of people never create the time, because it's too painful to do the things that they need to develop the self-discipline, to say no, to set boundaries, because they're too worried about everybody liking them and doing what they think everybody thinks that they should do, and believing that they're a victim to what everybody else says instead of standing up as a powerful person. That's it. If you want to reach your goals, if you struggle to find the time to build your business, you're going to have to develop the self-discipline and the focus to show up when you don't feel like it, to do what hurts, to do what's painful, to say no to things that you've always said yes to set boundaries, to show up every day when you have no motivation, to create the life that you want. And that's what it takes. Yet 99% of people that watch this, that watch me on social media, will never, ever do that because it's too hard, it's too painful, and they will come face to face with it and say, you know what, I give up. And that's why most people fail in business. Has nothing to do with a lack of strategy. Has nothing to do with a lack of accountability. Has everything to do with lack of personal accountability. Has everything to do with a lack of personal self-discipline. Has everything to do with blaming everything else around us for why we can't succeed, when the only person responsible for it is you. This ain't no happy-go-lucky message, my friends, but it's the truth. And that's why most people never build their businesses. They never find time to. 5 years later, 7 years later, 10 years later, they're still in the same place that they were because of the excuses that they've been making about, oh, it's too hard. I can't find the time. I can't be disciplined. Great. You believe that about yourself? That's the reality that you have chosen for your life. And you will continue to experience that for the rest of your life. Unless you choose something different. To grow the muscle of self-discipline. To grow the muscle inside of you. To do the hard things. Yet 99% of people will never even get close to it. Because it hurts too much. And that's the reality of business. What are you going to do? It's up to you.